Do you feel the pulse?
GNT right back at it one more time. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. We are officially back, episode 103. The NFL season is crazy, and we learned all of that this week with week 3. We got to talk about it. And hey, look, we got to discuss something else. I think we have to hear a story from one of our boys. So without any other delay, especially us actually logging in today, my bad. Let's go. Yeah. We are back. Hello, everybody. Coach Dane, what's going on? I'm going to mess that up. What's up, peoples on Instagram? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey, I already see in the background what's happening. It's obvious. Let me just go ahead and just pull them on screen. Tone the promoter, what's happening, bro?
Yizzo, what's going on, GNT Sports World, man? We back for another episode 103. And I just apologize to the people out there, man. I'm sorry I missed the show last week, man. You know what I'm saying? Little work schedule, work conflict, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to get into all that. But, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, man, I'm here on tonight. What's going on, Cat?
Yeah, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. And look, your presence was definitely missing last week, but it's okay. It's okay. We got you back this week. But for some odd reason, when I get one to get back on the show, I lose another one on the show. So,
where Bird Gang at, man? What's going on, man?
I think Bird Gang is still kind of lit from what happened this week.
Yeah, y'all stressed my guy out on Sunday, man. Y'all stressed my guy out, man. Had him on the edge of the seat, man. He didn't know what to do, man. He called out of work on Wednesday, man. Man, the birds and gave Bird Gang the bird flu, man. But get well,
Give
Bird Gang.
Flu, word.
Hey, get well, my guy, man. Get well, bro. For sure.
Yeah. He's definitely under the weather right now, but it's okay. That's like we always do. We're going to go ahead and hold him down when it comes to the show. And Joel, this guy feel better. Look for you next week for your blasphemous statements that you said like last week, so you can go ahead and defend yourself next week. Just so everyone is aware of what I'm talking about. I don't have a clip or nothing, anything like that. But Joel said that he was worried, and I sure hope that he's actually watching. Joel said that he was worried because, someone's telling him that this Rams team is. I'm worried. Okay, the Eagles showed everybody that you should have been worried. But I told y'all was gonna pull it off. I told you the Eagles gonna pull it off. I had no fear at all. Just get it done. Anyway, so Joel, I have to say you was wrong. I happen to be right. Thank you.
You said, so wait. You're not trying to put out there that's why he's not on the show today, are you?
No, I'm trying to say he's not on the show because he drank too much out of joy of what happened.
I think you said he ain't want to face the music. Right. That's what I'm saying. So you still saying it's something correlating to what what happened on the show last week.
Well, hey, look, Daisy, if you do, if you feel bad because of what he said, I mean, one person's Bud Light, one person's Bud Light. You know what I mean? I just can't say.
Man.
I don't know.
Well, I can't speak for Bird Gang, so you know what I'm saying. If you tuned in, man, hey, The link is there, man. You know what I'm saying? You might have to just chime in. I don't know, via IV in your arm, whatever the case may be right now, man. For you, bro. I don't know what this guy's talking about, man, but he said you called out because he's right. He was right. You know what I'm saying? And you were essentially wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Spirit Gang, what's
Look,
going on?
look, heavy is the crown that's on the head of the person that's right. You know, when you're on the side of right, it's hard to have your head up high. You know what I mean? It's tough, bro.
Hmm.
It's tough. I speak from
Right,
experience, especially
right.
this week.
Okay, okay.
And
For
speaking
sure,
of
for
right,
sure.
on Instagram right now, Kane Digital in the building. We appreciate you as always, Mama. Thank you for tuning in. As always, definitely appreciate
Yes.
you.
Like we said, what was the first sponsor, right?
First sponsor. I still have
First sponsor.
that magical clip still on here, ready for her to sponsor us again.
Right. For sure. For sure.
So I can go ahead and show that clip again. So, it's because she's will be our sponsor.
Again. Right.
Whenever you're ready,
Right.
King Digital, you're one button push away. All right, let's go ahead and get into this week 3, bro.
Yo,
It's
wait. Time out.
oh,
Time out. Time out. Before we talk about anything week three, you know, I have to start this show off like this, man. Um, I know those of everybody on the panel. I see my brotherhood on the panel. Y'all obviously know, what I'm saying, a lot of things about me, and we converse like obviously offset. What I'm saying, amongst ourselves when we hanging out. What I'm saying, outside of the sports on the podcast world, right?
mhm.
And but on aside of that, like I've always mentioned, or I've mentioned, in the past months ago, even on the episode, even though I wasn't on the episode, so the episode that I announced this on, I had car issues, so I was outside, I was doing my thing, I really couldn't, I wasn't able to be like actually on the show. And on that show, I announced that I wasn't going to be rooting for the Dallas Cowboys no more, and that is still the same energy and the same message that I'm giving out today or tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if people just really not really tapped into, like, let's just say, this podcast, or really following, what I'm saying, things that I say, what I'm saying, or just don't think I'm a serious guy. Like, Kev, you think I'm a serious dude? Like, when I'm, what I'm saying, very passionate about something and I say something, I mean it, right?
I would say for the most part, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So because I guess how much of a big fan, what I'm saying, I was, for that team, what I'm saying. Maybe it's kind of shocking or unbelievable to a lot, what I'm saying. And so I guess people really not hearing me, or really not, what I'm saying, understanding that, like, I just really don't ever care, what I'm saying, for that team anymore. And what I'm saying, like, I ain't gonna front. It feels weird, what I'm saying, like this football season, like, what I'm saying, like not having somebody to root for, or what I'm saying, sitting in front of that TV, what I'm saying, yelling out this, yelling out that, what I'm saying, worrying about a transaction, or what a defense or offense may look like, what I'm saying. That's kind of weird for me, because it's been like probably, what I mean, 30 plus years that I've been doing that on a consistent basis, knowing the game of football, right? But, like, what I'm saying, like, I have definitely, disconnected myself, what I'm saying, from a feeling for that team. Do I still watch them? Yes. I watch football, what I'm saying, I watch the games, what I'm saying, and I'm tapped in, and I'm watching, and I have my opinions, and things like that. And it's not even so much even from like a fan standpoint. I mean, when I say a fan, like a fan of the team, it's pretty much like a fan of the sport type of, what I'm saying, opinion I have. And it may still sound critical, what I'm saying, like how I was when I was rooting for them, and things, and holes, and everything that I see, what I'm saying, wrong. It may still seem like it's coming from that, what I mean, perspective. But again, y'all, I'm announcing this on here, man, for the people that's tuned and tapped in, man. I am not rooting for the Dallas Cowboys, what I'm saying, this season, what I'm saying, next season, the season after that, and the season after that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even the season after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just not rooting for these dudes and people, you know what I'm saying, like still like trying to tag me in things and you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, like I don't know if you seen me last week. I put up in the little notes, you know, you can put like a little something in your note, you know what I'm saying, just to put a message out there, and I say, yo, people, I'm not a Cowboys fan. So all these inboxes, what? Are you serious? You gotta be fucking lying. You gotta be lying. Not you, you know what I'm saying? Not Tone, the number one Cowboys fan, like not this guy, like, and you know, um yo, it's funny, like, cause ever since I announced that and I voiced that out to my fellow Cowboys fans, you know what I'm saying, that I know that rock heavy, and I'll see one that you know, James.
Yeah.
Um, every time that I've seen him since me like announcing that or saying that that's the case for me now, right? He's like, "Come on, bro, you can't do this, man. You can't leave me, bro. You can't." Hey, my bad, James, for putting you out here like this, but dog, he is like, "Come on, dog, you can't do this, man. You can't fell over me like this." So because you know, he didn't make it to Dimensions Cowboys Eagles game we had, you know, whatever. He hosted a party at his crib. So when he told me he hosted the party at the crib, I was like, I said, "You was the only Cowboys fan?" So he was like, "Yeah, right." He was like, "But if you was a fucking Cowboys fan, you would have been there." I was like, "Well, I know I probably wouldn't have been there, you know what I'm saying, per se, because obviously we had, you know what I mean, our situation going on, but you know what I'm saying, like I understood like what he was saying, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I was just cracking up, like, nah, bro. I said, nah, man, like,
Okay.
you know,
Hold on, Tone. Okay, so I want to put a little bit of clarification because maybe you're not understanding how big of a troll you was as a Cowboys fan.
right, right,
You was
right,
the
right.
biggest troll I've ever seen as a Cowboys fan. I've never not wanted to go to work to see somebody's face after a loss like I have with you.
But you have to understand, like, because yes, there are a lot of Cowboys fans in Philadelphia, but there wasn't a lot obviously like where we worked at. So you know what I mean? So of course, you know, when we won, I had to pop my shit because when we lost, I got it paused from everybody. I'm like, yo, people won't even watch football. Yo, get out my face. Get out of here. Like, get out of here. Dude, what happened to y'all last night? I was like, who? Who you talking about? You probably don't even know. You just heard it on the news. Get out of here, lady. But no, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was more of that's what and then you know what I'm saying, living in this city, man, with it being the biggest rival, you know what I'm saying, known to date in this city, man.
You
I
was a
had to
troll.
turn up. I had to turn up, man. I
Yeah.
had to.
You was
I had to.
so you went from troll to nah, I'm good. I'm no longer, and I need to emphasize the fact that no, you was a troll, bro, the whole time. So that's okay. I don't know if I was ever considered the humble troll because I think I'm humble when it comes to my birds and like when they win. I don't go out of my way to go ahead and hunt you down. For example, when we was working together after we won, I may slowly walk to your area of of your job and say like hey Tone, like you good, stuff like that. There was a humble brag type question.
Mhm.
You would have whole videos sent on Facebook, Instagram. You would tag us in text messages. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What? The Cowboys? Yeah. We won. Like, yeah, remember those videos? Every week we had one of those, man. You went from
Listen,
to I'm not a fan no more. That's the reason
yo,
why you're getting this energy, bro. Because you went from the number one fan that we all know to like I'm not watching no more.
oh no, 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 no. Not so much I ain't watching no more.
Oh no. Okay, you're not rooting for them
I'm
no more.
not I'm not caring anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not a you know, like I'm sure Cowboys fans today are sick. You know what I'm saying? After these 3 games and seeing what that defense, like, yo, come on, bro. Me, you, Joel, and the neighborhood dog could score on that defense, yo. Like that's crazy. It's crazy, yo. Like it's not even that it's bad because you know what I mean. It's just bad. Like it's blown coverages on every passing play.
family.
And I'm
Caleb
like, how do
Williams
you?
looked like Joe Montana. That was
Like
unbelievable.
it, it was just like look for this receiver. He's going to be open. Just look for that receiver. He's going to be open. I'm like, he was dropping back, and then obviously, what makes it obviously extra bad for them is that they don't have a pass rush.
So you know what? This is a
So
perfect time to get into our negative surprises. Perfect time. And before we dive like really deeper into this subject, Joel, we see you, bro. He's logging in right now on Instagram. He's watching us right now. Yeah, we holding it down for you, bro. We got you. We definitely
what's
got you.
up, boy?
So let's get into our negative surprises. And I would probably say for you, as the nonchalant fan of football, well, no, the major fan of football, but you know, the Cowboys. Please continue your conversation with the Cowgirls.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just like I said, that's all I was just trying to reiterate that what I'm saying, the tagging and what I'm saying, all that stuff. I mean, yeah, it's cool if you say you thinking about me, what I'm saying, because of the Cowboys, and I'm one, like I said, one of the hugest fans that you might have, what I'm saying, ever encountered or seen, or what I'm saying. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's 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 fine. I take that. You know what I mean? You're supposed to do that with your squad. Like how else is somebody gonna know you a fan? Ain't that what a fan is? Fanatic, right? Like they go crazy. Like
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you pretty much do anything except die, what I'm saying, for that team. So that's all I was doing, man. That's all I will ever do, what I mean, with teams that I root for. You know what I'm saying? So um that's all. That's all. I just wanted to put that out there, man, for the folks. So I could clip this up and put it out there, what I'm saying, again. You know
You
what I'm
got
saying? Where's though? You know what I mean? I'm cool, man. I'm cool off the Cowboys, bro.
all right. So all right, let's talk about the Cowboys because one of my negatives that I do have is the Cowboys defense. So last week the Cowboys played the Chicago Bears in Chicago, and the score was 31-14 Chicago. Like we discussed earlier, Caleb Williams, painted nails and all, looked like Joe Montana out there against that Cowboys defense. Even through the weirdest flea flicker I've ever seen ever in my life, completed for like it felt like 60 yards. Like that's one of the biggest surprises, especially the way the Cowboys looked on week one. The defense looked decent, but I think this go to show how bad not having preseason games really is because the Eagles offense just did not do anything until like the end of week 3. So I guess that what made them look a little bit better, but Russell Wilson torched them in week 2. So one of my negatives is going to be the Cowboys defense making Chicago look like an all-star team last week.
Mhm. All right, so just to piggyback off of your negative. So if you want to just rewind and go back to week one, the defense played like you said by the Cowboys. To me, you couldn't even really judge their defense really that first week because he wasn't even really pass the football like that. You know what I mean? Definitely not down the field. So you didn't even know that they had that flaw for real, for real. Because how many times did Hurts test that secondary that week? AJ Brown was what, targeted once that game?
Yeah.
So come on. Like I said, it really the Eagles really didn't do. much passing wise. You know what I'm saying? To like I said, show that the Cowboys secondary or their pass, defense had a blemish. Week two, Giants. Of course, it's a division game. Dak has won 900,000 games straight against them. You know what I'm saying? It's a sure win, blah, 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 right? But Russell Wilson came out there looking like he was in his third year, like he about to take Seattle back to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
it was just like, damn, like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Is he just as hot this week, or is the Cowboys secondary, do they stink? And it was just like the way these people they saying the way that they are being like wide open. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just have holes all in that defense. Like this guy Matt Uber, so he plays a zone defense, and he don't really have the talent and the players to do that. It was like zone defense. You need a crazy pass rush
Hmm.
because obviously the quarterback not going to be able to pick out what part of the field is open because he under duress. But when the quarterback can be back there making a sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Before he got to pass the ball, he's going to find an open target, and it's horrible out there. You know what I'm saying in that realm. You know what I mean for them, and then like you said, you want to go to week three, it happens again. You know what I'm saying, and it's going to keep continuing to happen. You know what I'm saying as long as they run that scheme, and like I said, the D line don't get to the quarterback. It's going to be the same thing. Then, I guess with the offense is going to have to think or try to do is outscore, the opponent because your defense is going to give up all these points. But now that's going to be hard to do because your top receiver, top player pretty much on offense is down for a couple weeks. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And that looked nasty too, bro.
Yeah. It
You
started
know,
out. It started out weird because even before he rolled the ankle, he kind of like came up off of both of his feet, and then next thing you know, that foot just dragged up under for a minute. And what was crazy was I'm watching the game, and they like, oh, CD Lamb in the backfield. I'm like, yo, I know they ain't about to hand this yo to him. Like, it just be a fake play for Devontae Turpin to scat out the back, and they hit him with a dump off. I'm like, just give it to the guy. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, that happened. Somebody, I don't know if it was the commentators. They was like, I bet that play gets scrapped out the playbook. Or at least with him being back there, you know what I'm saying, being the one running it. And I'm just like, that was messed up.
he's not deep. He's not Debo Samuel.
Right. I mean, he
You know
can
what I mean?
hit a whole pause, and you know what I'm saying, and take it to the house. But I'm like, y'all never even used him like this before. What are you doing?
Right. Right. Made no sense whatsoever.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Makes no sense. All right. So that was my surprise. Do you have a negative surprise?
Yup. The three fumbles so far this year by Derrick Henry. Yup.
Bro.
I think in what is like a last 160. It was crazy stat line he got as far as like three fumbles that he's had. But obviously he's had one every game this year. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good, man. That's not good. That's why B more 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying right now. I don't think there's going to be a problem that will hinder him for the rest of the season, but that's definitely a surprise right there. And yo, it was so funny when he fumbled he fumbled on Detroit, and then he threw his helmet, but he like slipped and he like fell on the bench.
Yeah. It's
I
like
was
slam.
like, I don't think he was trying to do that. Like that ball momentum took him and he slipped. Like, oh shit, he played it off. Oh, I was like, damn. But yeah, man, D Henry don't fumbles right now is a negative surprise for me.
Yo. So my next negative actually kind of branches off of that. It's so far we're seeing something that never happened with Derrick Henry because the man just don't fumble, right? You're seeing the pure decline of Russell Wilson. now that he's officially not the starter, Dart is now going to be the starter for the New York Giants. Kelsey clearly is not the same player anymore. Clearly is not the same player anymore. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. Here's my negative surprise. It's not really a surprise though, but it's kind of sad. It's these players now. I'm old enough. You're old enough. Joel is old enough to see the beginning to the end of their careers. You know what I mean? And it's sad to see at least two of them is almost guaranteed Hall of Famers, I can say. Yeah. Kelsey, Rodgers, guaranteed Hall of Famers.
For sure.
Russell at one time was on that trajectory.
He will be.
Think he'll be as well? Okay.
He will be.
So, but yeah, so right. you got with Derek is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you've seen these Hall of Fame players that's now showing some tinks in their armor, and that's pretty sad and pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting to see these greats actually look like this right now, and like week 3. Towards the end of the year, I was expecting it, but already week 3, we're already seeing it. That's kind of surprising to me.
Hey, I mean, you play this game long enough, especially football. You know what I mean? You know how grueling and how much of a brutal sport this is. So, to see these players, say the last, the amount of years they played in their career, man, for one is a blessing, Still see Aaron Rodgers, out here, competing, man, coming back from that, torn Achilles, man. You know what I mean? So he's doing solid this year, got fit looking, halfway decent. So, yeah, man. It happens, man. They come along with the game, man. If you're a tenure, of the sport, you're going to get old, and you're going to get a step slower because obviously the newer players, the younger generations coming in, they're faster, stronger. You know what I mean? So you're going to see them little tinks in that arm. So, you know what I mean? But another negative surprise, but maybe not so much right now. Maybe this is probably a couple years old. But I'm shocked, man. And I ain't gonna say shocked because obviously I know the reason why. But the decline of Odell Beckham Jr.'s career, man. Because of the trajectory that he had, coming into the league. You know what I mean? And then obviously he put the stamp on it with the 3-finger catch, you know what I'm saying? It was iconic. Against the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? So he had a bright future, man. But like I said, I know what it was. I know injuries, plagued him, hampered him, and pretty much took his career a la Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? But and what made me think about that, or to make that a negative surprise for me is that obviously with the injury that I just listened to CeeDee Lamb, seeing his post. Just I know it's a shot in the dark with whoever made the post, but it's like a potential, could OBJ be a potential suitor, you know what I mean, for the Cowboys, given that they need a wide receiver, somebody who they ain't really got to depend on, somebody this, that, and third. But what I would have to say though about that though, man, is that it's week 3 going into week 4. You know what I mean? It's either one or two things. Either one, he don't really want to, play anymore. And he's just done with the sport, and maybe teams are contacting him. He's just not interested, or the league just know that this dude is damaged good because, like I said, it's week 3 going into week 4, and he ain't get called in nowhere. You know what I mean? So Cats is really fine with their wide receiver rooms, across the league, whereas though they don't think that he's worth, giving a shot. I know a couple years ago when he was coming back after the ACL joint, that he suffered in the Super Bowl, he was like trying to demand like a certain amount of money per year, rather than just trying to come out and getting a contract, showing his worth, and then maybe getting that whatever you demanded. You know what I'm saying? So business could have messed him up. and then obviously health messed him up too. But I think he's done, man. I just think, I don't think nobody really gonna give him a shot. Like I said, it may no, maybe if they backs against the wall and they have to, maybe. But you ain't gonna bring him in to be your primary target, are you? You know what
No.
I'm saying? Like, so you would have to try to add him with something. So I know ain't nobody waiting for a receiver to get hurt. It should. You got Godwin from the Bucks coming back. You know what I mean, working his way back. Which McCall just hit the shelf for 3 to 4 weeks. Mike Evans.
Yep.
That they need a wide receiver. Why his name not circulating around Tampa Bay? The league done with him, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's I'm surprised by that. But like I said, I really shouldn't be because I guess I know the reason why. But Odell, man, yeah, like I said, he had
Gotta run.
trajectory to be decent, man. But
Yo, you cannot tell me, let's say like 8 years ago, that Odell and Antonio Brown were not on their way to be Hall of Famers. They're Hall of Famers. Like look at them. They're Hall of Famers. And now
you think the way Antonio exited the game is going to be funny about inducting him?
the way that he ran off the field almost for the last time with the peace symbol running across the field, that's exactly what the NFL did, and that's exactly what the Hall of Fame did to him. Like, oh, you making it? Peace. Now I think he's done.
That's going to be the look. They going to try to make that like the remembrance of him in the league.
Mhm.
How he left the game.
Family, he should have stayed in Pittsburgh. Because Tomlin apparently was saving him. He was apparently protecting him. These other
I don't
coaches
know what happened.
want to protect him like that. Like, why? Like, we're paying you all this money. We need you to be this. And clearly, that's not what was happening. No, so yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah.
I think he's done. All right. So my last negative surprise is, yo, that sophomore slump for quarterbacks is real, bro. Like, it's real. Like, it's real. I'm over. I'm looking at now. Mind you, once again, this is only week 3, so I could be 100% wrong. And if I'm wrong, y'all can say, and like I say, like week 7, week 8, like, you know what, Larry? After week 3, he was 100% wrong because look at these quarterbacks now. So I'll take responsibility if I am wrong. But so far, I'm pretty sure I'm accurate with this one. Drake May, Patriots. Caleb Williams. Besides last week playing the Cowboys, looking like Joe Montana. Michael Penix just got benched for Kirk Cousins. Bo Nix, decent season so far, but I don't think he surpassed what he did so far his first year as a rookie. Jaden Daniels already hurt. Like, this second year slump, this sophomore year slump thing is real, man. And so far, if you look at him, it's a real deal. It's just something to really, really, really consider.
Daniels is the only one that I, what I'm saying, would say, you know what I mean, really keep the microscope on, what I'm saying, to be like, after the week 8, week 9 thing, what I mean, him, but like, I mean, Michael Penix only what? He played the last 4 games, I think, of the season last year, like maybe. You know what I'm saying? How much, time did he really get like to acclimate the game? I think he still has some growing pains, what I'm saying, to get through. Um, Drake May, I mean, he wasn't lighting up the AFC. He wasn't. I mean, I get the hype behind these players, you know what I'm saying, that they put out there, man. But as far as what they did last year, obviously the highest, feat was the guys was missing was in Daniels because he took his team to a conference championship. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie, so of course his his metrics is going to be graded a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, your team should still be a team reckoned with. You know that following year. You know what I mean? And you're a young core. They should just be trying to get better. You know what I mean? Which I don't think they declined. You know what I'm saying? Anything they added some weapons for him. So um, who else you said? You said Drake May, you said Penix, obviously the Daniels, um,
Caleb Williams, Bo Nix.
Caleb. All right, Bo Nix. What? So did Denver made the playoffs last year,
Yes.
or they was all right. So okay, he had a solid. I mean, I guess what I'm saying. We get look at him too. You know what I'm saying? After the week now, because Bo Nix he had a solid, obviously rookie year. Um, to follow that up, he pretty solid. He ain't blowing the numbers off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Shit, a lot of quarterbacks um, ain't really, what I'm saying, going crazy. You know what I mean? Except for if you play against the Cowboys. But um, yeah, man.
Right
But
now, Bo Nix is 1-2. Right now, they're 1-2. So, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, like week 7, week 8, may go like, ha, Larry, you was wrong again. And I'd say, like, you know what, you was right. But so far, that sophomore slump thing is real. And you definitely see it right now. Okay, so that was our negative talk.
hold on, I got one more.
Oh,
One more.
okay.
One more. And it's not. It exceeds, I guess, the sophomore slump and goes into what they try to say 3 times the charm. But I don't think so for this guy. Year 3, C.J. Stroud. What's going on with that guy? Did the league figure him out? Because he has been on a sliding board since his rookie year.
Family. That was actually going to be one of my negatives. It was going to be the whole entire Houston Texans whole
Yeah,
squad.
and I was thinking about D'Amico Ryan. I was like, yeah, they gonna get this dude fired. But no, they have been just on a sliding board. Got him some weapons, and it was just like,
Thought you had a pretty decent defense. I mean, that was considered one like a top 5 defense after like after the draft.
right.
That was a top 5 defense.
And you
Having
came
one,
from, and they had what? D'Amico Ryan is a defensive player, so
yep.
that's what they specialized in. They was solid 3 years ago, but now 0-3. This guy's not looking efficient like he used to. I don't know if he lost the confidence. I don't know if he got that Carson Wentz effect, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just never got that confidence back. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Like you said, you don't know exactly what is going on. If they did they figure him out? Did they do they have a book on how exactly to defend this team? Is there certain patterns and stuff that they're kind of stuck in? We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. But you're right. That's definitely something that was going to be definitely one of my negatives as well. But it's like, I don't know. I just do not know. But that's a good one, Tom. Seriously, that was a good one because I was like,
CJ.
I was thinking about that one too.
Mm-hmm.
But now let's get into the positives. I'll let you guys start off, Tom. What's one of your top positive surprises that you have so far for the year?
Top positive. Okay. I had to start off by
Or if you just want to go with just week 3, like it just like just week 3 if you want to. You don't got to go the whole entire season. Like
no, because I mean, no, that is. I mean, all right. I know we 3 weeks. Maybe this could have been after the quarter of the season. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's
mhm.
cool. You know what I'm saying? To think of how everything is obviously going throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? You gotta assess that. And a positive surprise for me, man, is that Daniel Jones has the Indianapolis Colts 3-0.
Indiana.
Daniel Jones has the Indianapolis Colts 3-0, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, I'm speechless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe. Now, and I ain't trying to say like I can't believe that I see that the Indianapolis Colts is 3-0 because they can be 3-0 because they got a solid defense, cost for turnovers, getting short fields. Like a lot of things can go into play with that, but it's not even so much that though. It's even the play. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying, of Daniel Jones. It ain't just because they're winning. He's only having 98 yards passing, no touchdowns, no nothing, throwing interceptions, but they just won. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really actually playing his part. You know what I'm saying? He is very huge pause in that 3-0 record that they have. You know what I mean? So Daniel Jones, man, positive surprise for me.
Yo, Shane Steichen got that man playing some incredible football. So
Hmm.
here's something that you have to go ahead and at least consider. Either one, Shane Steichen is just a way superior offensive quarterback coach compared to what Daniel Jones had over in New
Right.
York, or Daniel Jones, which was bad in New York, and he was, maybe he matured and now he's stepping into the new realm of quarterbacking now that he's went through his slump. Either one of the two things, but regardless, is a great surprise to have.
Hmm. Man, it's just New York is just right now seeming like they cursed. So, as far as like the players that they have that they draft, um, Daniel Jones, like he leaves them. He is now, the starting football quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. And he's 3-0 right now. Major success. You you kept that guy, gave him the money, didn't want to get a running back the money. You let him walk. He goes immediately to a team that win a Super Bowl the next year. Like it didn't even take time. It just, right after y'all thought I wasn't worth, what I'm saying, giving me the money. You know what I'm saying? I go show you what I can really do. You know what I'm saying? To help somebody out. And you don't want to sign the safety. What's my man name? Uh,
Oh, McKinney?
and he gonna lead the league in interception. Like now he a ball hawk. Now he just not like, come on, man. I ain't gonna say now he a ball hawk because he's a good player. I'm just saying
Yes,
like,
he is.
you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, like all these good things is happening to these guys after they leaving. You know what I'm saying? That team, man. Like day balls in the hot seat, the ball, day ball, whatever. The little angry ball head dude, he just turning red on the sideline. I be laughing at that guy, man. But he's in the hot seat. He ain't gonna have no job. I don't know if he even gonna make it past the season, man. But it's bad over there in New York.
Yeah, extremely. And they made their own monster. They did this.
Hmm.
They did this. You can't be mad. And I mean, the only thing that can probably save him is this rookie quarterback, and hopefully he's everything that they are hoping that he is. And they're making this. I mean, they're making this change quick, bro. I mean, real quick. I wasn't
Right.
thinking Dart was going to start week 4.
Listen, they wanted, yo, like I don't know if it be the pressure of the media that I don't know if they get these emails from fans or whatever the case may be, man. But it was seem like even when they put him in the Cowboys joint, I don't know if you remember hearing one of the commentators like when they put him in like this feels forced because
Mm,
they was like that Russell Wilson was carving the Cowboys. Like why would you take him out of the game? Like to throw some shit. It ain't like y'all needed something different to up tempo the offense to get them started to because they were stalling or anything like that. They just want to put this guy in the game, man, because he was drafted high. He was such a recruited, touted, scouted player. You know what I mean? Now it's like the talk was now it's like we got to put him in the game. We got to put him in the game. He's playing for the New York Giants, big city, big market. Like I don't know, man. Like I know you can't go nowhere but up, obviously, because you 0-3 right now. But yeah, man, they pulled the plug just a little too early, man. A little too early.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe Dart might come in and start throwing some darts and take
How
him
about
on
it?
a win streak. So let's see.
How about it? So, one of my surprises. Well, look, for my Birds fans, it's impossible for me not to go ahead and just dismiss that turnaround comeback for the Eagles versus the Rams. It's impossible for me not to say that one of my surprises, and it's not really a surprise because we already know what this offense was hitting for. We already know what they're capable of doing. I'm surprised and happy that Jalen, after supporting his OC, was like, I'm tired of this. You got to stop handcuffing us. Like, I'm taking over. Change the game plan. I'm going to be doing all these audibles. Like we need to go ahead and be unleashed. I don't know if that's a pause moment or not, but we're going to go ahead and say there it is. They need to be let go and let them play. And next thing you know, the offense, they put up 27 points. Well, wasn't 27 points. The team put up 27 unanswered points. But ultimately, that offense woke up, and that excited the defense enough to, one, they actually was able to get some rest, and two, that excited them to say like this game is like we're never out of the game. So, for my Philadelphia Eagles fans, there you go. What a surprise Week 3 was. What a surprise.
Yeah, it definitely was a surprise comeback. I was in the joint like y'all couldn't believe it, right? But you know what though? To be honest with you, yes, the second half won the football game, for the Philadelphia Eagles clearly.
Clearly,
But it was actually won in the first half, yo. And let me make you understand what I'm talking about. Because how many times did the Rams get down there and kick field goals?
yeah, you're right. You're
Now, you know what I'm saying? Let's say that those three went was the seven. That game would have just been unreachable to
right.
come back in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like I said, the comeback and the two block field goals, you know what I'm saying? All that, yes, that took place. That secured the win. That definitely helped, you know what I mean, the win. But I think them defensive stops, the threes instead of the seven, is what obviously I'm gonna say. I guess I'll say kept y'all in the game. You know what
I
I'm saying?
was,
Or
yeah,
it kept a comeback because yeah, y'all scored the first. You know what I mean? Seven. They come back and scored 26 unanswered, and y'all ended the game scoring 26 unanswered. You know what I mean? So it was obviously a tell of two runs. You know what I'm saying? That happened, and I was like, yeah, that joint was definitely crazy.
that was a good game. That was a good game to be an Eagles fan, I should say.
yo, yo.
It's
So
ups and
yeah,
downs
so
of being an
look.
Eagles fan.
Yeah, because yeah, it was people in the city celebrating, running all through the streets with flags. You know what I'm saying? They was people walking their dogs with jerseys on. Go Birds! I'm like, yo, did they win the Super Bowl again? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it was an exciting win. People was on the edge of their seats. You know what I'm saying? Right, almost probably heart attack stage. But you know what I'm saying? I get it. But they was outside, y'all.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I said, yo,
It was
outside.
crazy. It was crazy. Another one of your surprises before we get ready to shut this thing down.
Another one of my surprises, man. I gotta get a more props, man. Because the way his career was going and the way that it's going now, um, and I guess I gotta say that probably the surprise, man, is Baker Mayfield, man. Um,
Mm,
down there in Tampa. We obviously knew about him, heard about him in college. Grabbed his, you know what I'm saying, grabbed his father. He's been through a lot, man. Had the buzz, had the hype, around him coming into the league. You know what I'm saying? Didn't start off his career, what I mean, decent. Made the playoffs, I think maybe once before, coming to Tampa. But, I mean, since he's been in Tampa, man, and they showed his numbers over, I think, since like, yeah, I don't know, like 2021, 2022, something like that. I think he has the most passing touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? And that's with everybody that's currently, obviously, that's pretty decent, you know what I mean, in the league right now, man. So, I know numbers sometimes lie, but sometimes they also do, to give a tell about a player. And Baker been, what I'm saying, he been balling, man. Been balling. And Tampa been winning some games, I'm saying, he been competitive, what I'm saying, and he's doing it again this season. What I mean? So I gotta give a little shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. It's a positive surprise for me.
I definitely agree. And I don't want to agree with that right now because of the fact that we play him this week. That bothers me. Alan.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. You know what I mean? But right now, you asking that question, you know what I'm saying? That is definitely a positive surprise, what I'm saying, right now.
I am Sunny D says, yeah, mad people showed up to work Monday with their jerseys on. Like we ain't have a new hire orientation.
Orientation.
My glasses. And I'm tired. Thank you, Sunny D, for your comments. Apparently, I have a hard time reading names and long words.
Yo, I gotta run that back. 'Cause what did you say?
I said ordination.
Ordination. What you thinking about?
Okay. And retrospect, we had an ordination service at my church. So
right. That's what I'm saying. You in the Lord's reign, man.
That's been in my brain for like a whole month. I was getting ready for ordination at my service all month. But
Yo.
Oh God, it's just apparently it's time. All right. Any more positive surprises for this week?
Nah, man. Nah.
Now I'm gonna throw one to the side, and I want to make it a negative one. And it's going to be a blasphemous statement. So I'm not even going to put up no kind of like banner or none to kind of explain where I'm coming from with this one here. But here's my blasphemous statement. I believe Baltimore is like real fraudulent. I don't believe in Lamar Jackson. Never have. Always wonder what the big hype is about him. But he put up the yards, he put up the points, he put up all these nonsense highlights. But when the light is clearly on him, I don't see where everybody else sees. Everybody think that he will be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And I just don't see it. That's my blasphemous statement. It's not negative and not positive. That's just what I think. And I've been thinking that for a while, but I think this last game, them versus the Lions, that was just proof to me that that's the case. Because in all actuality, I understand that Derrick Henry cannot fumble the ball when he did, because that was around crunch time, and he never does that ever. But if you remember in the first half, that had the ball down like the 3. And they could not punch the ball in. In the last 2 plays that they had, it was in Lamar's hand. And the very last play, they ended up getting stripped and had to be chased down in order for them to make the tackle after it was a strip fumble. I'm just not I'm just not that guy when it comes to Lamar Jackson. Now that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's my blasphemous statement. Now I'm done.
Yeah, that's very blasphemous. But obviously the one question or the main question is obviously, can he win a big game? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he hasn't done yet. But I mean, who we comparing him to?
Any winning quarterback.
Like, I mean, like anybody you saying who won a Super Bowl, or so that's all we can measure him against? Is anybody who won a Super Bowl?
No, not really. Now, obviously, Lamar Jackson is a top quarterback in the league. I mean, that's without a doubt, any kind of doubt. But Will I be highly surprised to see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens because of his play make it into the Super Bowl? Yes. Because right now, every time I see him in the playoffs, he can't get past either Mahomes or that Bills team. No, I would say Allen, but I mean, Allen he was that guy, but he really became that guy like last year when he won the MVP. So I'll just say the Bills. And so far, every major team that he played within the last number of years, especially games that's like prime time, he has not won. The Lions game, prime time, didn't win. Bills game, prime time, didn't win. Go back playoffs, didn't win. So,
You know what's different about Baltimore this year? The defense ain't that tough
right.
because they was getting gashed all over the place against Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Then they let up against Buffalo. They was Lamar. They did their thing. Lamar did his job that game. The defense just was in week two already. Like the game wasn't over. You know what I'm saying? And then again, which we call it fumbled, man. Like that was in that Buffalo game, dog. That that fumble killed them. And like I said, other than the defense, letting up, that joint killed them, man. So they defense and Derrick Henry is obviously a little bit of that 1-2 record that B1 got. Well, I ain't gonna give all that to Lamar.
okay. No
But
problem.
the quarterback and the head coach is the ones who get the praise and get the blame. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like ain't nobody ever gonna look at the trenches of the game, you know what I'm saying, of being the reason why teams could lose as well too, not just because of the head coach or the quarterback, but you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City not really that team no more, so you know what I mean? I think they trying to hype up Herbert because of the start that the Chargers is on, but Burrow can't stay on the field. So um listen, man, the AFC for is up for grabs, man. Whoever won it, can go take that.
This was the year. Heck, I would say it was actually last year. That Baltimore team last year should have made it to the Super Bowl. The defense was good. Lamar and Derek, decent wideouts. But you got Lamar Jackson, so it doesn't matter. He can make everything happen. We'll see. Hey, you know what? And if I'm 100% wrong, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all think that I am, or if you just think opposite of me, just comment below. Just tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think. Trust me, we're going to read it, and we'll talk about it, and maybe even have a poll. Have a poll like, is Lamar Jackson overrated?
Nah, he's not overrated, bro. Stop.
Okay.
You don't win the MVP twice being overrated. I'm sorry. That can't he like come on.
He got the number one. He got the number one award, but
Twice,
never.
man. Though some people don't even get it once, man. Come on, man. Some people don't even get that shit once. He got it
You're right.
twice. So
You're right.
that's not overrated. That's not overrated, man. He just can't win a big game, but it's not overrated. No, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of people like him that play that position, man.
You're right. You're 100% right. But you know how tough it was for me for years defending Jalen Hurts, knowing that he's a dual quarterback, just like Lamar Jackson. And
Exactly, and people said the same thing about him too, right? That he couldn't win. Oh, all right. So okay, so it was said about him, but he got it done. You know what I mean? So
but he, in less years, Jalen made it to 2.
Hey, man, it don't matter about all that, man. It's about after it's done, after it's done, all said and done. Then you know what I'm saying? Because he can go there and win. As long as you win one, that's all it's about.
Okay, there you go. We're going to agree to disagree on that one. We're going to just let it go. Is 1 hour into the show. Hey, look, we thank every single one of y'all so much for tuning in. Seriously, wherever what y'all guys think, wherever what we said, if you disagree on anything, just comment below. Just tell me what you really think, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Just comment below. Just let us know what you think. We really want to know what y'all guys think and what your guys' point of view on things. We really appreciate every single one of y'all. Tone, do you want to get into your story? You just want to go ahead and close this thing out?
No, you close it out. I'll save it for next week.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. All right. Since it's about that time, set this up, do this, and it's time. Promoter, what you got?
Oh man, thank y'all for tuning into another episode of GNT Sports Talk. Like I said, episode 103. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hit some decent topics, man. Cover some things, man. Like I said, shout out to our boy Bird Gang. You know what I'm saying? Get well, brother. You know what I'm saying? You tapped in, so I know you was watching, man. And hey, I just want to thank everybody, you know what I'm saying, that popped out and came out to the Last Pain Away show last Friday, even though we changed the venue on that day. You know what I mean? Still had a decent turnout, man. So I thank y'all, support y'all, you know what I mean, for coming out, man. So I appreciate that, man. And just like y'all know, I'm the promoter, and that's what we do. We do Laugh the Pain Away every third Friday of the month, man. So make sure y'all tap in. Next show will be next month, man. We're going to get the venue. We're going to get the date, everything we brought to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Definitely soon at a later date, man. But Tony the promoter signing off, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Until next week, man. Let's get it.
Hey, we appreciate once again everybody for tuning in. Joel, get better, bro. Once again, it's not the same without you, just like it wasn't the same without Tone last week. So please get better so we can go ahead and continue this ball rolling to episode 104. Hey, besides the fact if you agreed or disagreed with us this week, also next week, episode 104. If there's anything special or different that you guys want to go ahead and see in that episode or another topic if you want to go ahead and talk about, drop it down there. Let us go ahead and see what you think so we can go ahead and add that to the show as well. We appreciate every single one of y'all so much, seriously. Once again, where would we be without our peoples right along with us, which is y'all guys. So we definitely appreciate y'all so much. And make sure I got everything set up. I do not, so I'm not even worried about it. Everyone, God bless you all. Be safe. Don't laugh at me, Tone. It's been a long night, bro. Y'all guys be safe, man. Peace.